You guys might know the YouTuber Nas Daily. He used to be a huge deal. He is a Palestinian with Israeli citizenship who is like paid by the Israeli state to be a pro-Israel propagandist, to be like, there's no apartheid here. I'm a Palestinian. He calls himself an Arab, obviously, not a Palestinian. There's no problem here. You know, Israel's good. Israel's fine. Now, I saw a claim that like there was recently a hack by, I believe, the Iranian hacker group, Handala, which frequently hacks like the phones of Israeli officials and stuff. I don't even understand like the logistics of how that happens. Like, how do they hack someone's phone and literally like rip all the data off it at distance? I imagine it's possible, but it sounds like a lot, you know, like copying all the data off someone's phone, like photos, contacts, apps. That's what they've done. They basically cloned Naftali Bennett, the former Israeli prime minister's phone, and it's not the first time they've done something like this. And they released like a lot of the files from it to the public. But on his phone, in his contacts, one of the people was Nas Daily. I obviously haven't looked at the files myself to see this, but it's being reported from people who have, which is fucking crazy, you know? So this is a guy who clearly is very directly tied to the Israeli state to do his propaganda. And for like a year now, I covered one of his videos. He has been just uploading total ridiculous AI slop. Like his channel is nothing but AI slop shorts. He used to be like a respected YouTuber. No idea how that ever happened. But now his channel is just an AI short every day. And he recently announced a new program where he's making pro-Israel AI shorts. I covered one of his funny ones, which was like an AI short that he made about how Marxism is bad. God, he gets no views now. Look at this shit. This poor guy. He used to be like a millionaire. I mean, he probably still is a millionaire, but from like investments rather than income. Now he just makes nothing but pro-Israel AI shorts. But the thing is, right, Nas Daily can't go outside to make his pro-Israel propaganda because, for one, he's a lazy bastard. You know, he just gets a team to AI generate these for him. Like, this isn't even him, by the way. This is not Nas Daily in these videos. This is AI Nas Daily voice. I shit you not. His videos do not even have him in them anymore. It's an AI version of himself. And he has to do this in part because he's lazy, as I said, but also because he's a Palestinian. If he goes out in public into Israel, he's going to get hate crime. So he has to make these videos with AI instead. It's for his own safety, you know? And he announced his new campaign to make pro-Israel AI slop with this video. Cool, let me show you my home.
Country in the world. 90% of you don't like it.
I wish that was true.
And I get it. But this...
Why do you get it? What do you mean you get it? You get it? Then why are you making a propaganda video?
...is my home. I was born here. And for the last 2...
That's like the only non-AI thing you're going to see, like that photo.
...years, you didn't see my home. You only saw war.
We saw massacred children that your country are massacring, my man. That's what we saw.
Well, now...
You know, why did you care more about the massacred children rather than the people living large 50 kilometers away off their suffering? Why didn't you see that? Let me show you that. In AI, though.
The war is over. So I'm going to show you my country, just like I showed you 100 other countries. Every day, one video about...
Look at this AI-generated Jewish woman. She's a woman with a female child, and they have the Jewish curls that, as far as I'm aware, I've only ever seen men with these. The women don't have that, and she's also wearing Palestinian dress. With a kippah, by the way. Now, I'm pretty sure Jewish women don't wear kippah, and they don't have the curls. But I'm just going to Google that to make sure. And they definitely don't wear Palestinian dresses. Okay, I'm pretty sure that an Orthodox Jewish woman would have her hair covered, not be wearing a Palestinian dress, and would certainly not be wearing a fucking kippah. Or having, like, the whatever those curls are called. It's so obvious this is AI. And he just uploaded this with this glaring mistake in the background.
One video about Israel?
He's gonna make one video about Israel every day. With a man dressed like a fucking Gulf Arab, for some reason. This is not how Palestinians... It's so obviously AI. It's just... He can't go outside because he'd get hate crimed.
Without...
Look at this shit.
The politics. The startup founder.
Politics. Yeah, none of this is political, right? Like doing pro-Israel propaganda, doing propaganda for an ethno state? Really not.
The doctors, the farmers,
All of them are fucking AI. Look at these farmers. Look how AI
the teachers, and the kids.
The kids are also AI.
Real people.
Real people, he says. In front of an AI man pouring honey into a fucking beaker.
Doing exciting stuff. Jews, Muslims, Christians, atheists. It doesn't...
Wait, what were the atheists? The atheists, look at the atheists with their holy books. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. The well-known fucking Bible of atheism. Oh my god, AI is so funny. Like, you ask AI to generate you a bunch of atheists, and they have Sapiens as their Bible. Christians. The Christians are all doing selfies, you know. They all have sunglasses, because I guess that's what Christians do. Where was the Muslims? I want to check them out.
Christians, atheists, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, if you look at the Israeli nation-state law, it does matter. It says the realization of the right of national self-determination in the state of Israel is exclusive to the Jewish people. Quite clearly, it does matter. Not just materially, obviously, if you open your fucking eyes, but also in law.
This is my challenge for the next 5 days to show you my home. If you're curious, click follow. If you're closed off, click unfollow.
Okay. Let's see. His social blade. I want to see if more people took his advice to unfollow there or not. He seems to have stopped gaining subscribers more or less. Damn, he used to be getting 200,000 subscribers a month even in 2024. I wouldn't have expected that. But it looks like since about November last year, he has stopped really gaining many subscribers. He's getting like 0 per month. So he's only gaining as many as he's losing. Which, I mean, is better than I expected. I would have thought he's losing a ton of subscribers. So he has still been growing, but not as fast as he used to. That's actually very surprising because he doesn't get any views.
The show begins tomorrow.
Okay, so the show begins tomorrow. So let's check out what he made after that.
These are the top countries with billion-dollar startups, and you'll never guess number 1. It's not the United Kingdom, it's not the United States even, and it's not Singapore. It's a small country with $5 billion startups for every 1 million citizens. I flew there and the numbers are true. There's $1 billion.
What? How the fuck would you fly there and know this? Don't you live there? Don't you live there? Why'd you need to fly there?
Startup on every corner.
Is there? I don't think that's possible.
He built a better Google Maps to keep every road safe.
My company is called Waze, and it helps you have a stress-free drive.
Who the fuck uses that?
Waze was so good, Google bought it for $1 billion. He built a $20 billion company that keeps the internet safe.
One thing that... Oh, it's like an Israeli surveillance company, obviously, yeah. Like, one thing that they're not going to mention is that the vast majority of these supposedly great Israeli startups are like surveillance-linked, like cybersecurity, aka hacking-linked. Really, when you talk about it, that's what it's for. Weapons companies, like, they're always linked to some military purpose. That's what they're all for. They're for repression. They're for military. They're for killing, raping, ruining your life, giving the government more tools to surveil you. That's the reality of the situation.
Hey, I'm Nadav. I wrote and checked.
And by the way, like, I'm guaranteeing you, this is AI. I don't even think he actually got the real people from these companies and filmed them. I'm 99% sure this is just AI. Because, like, why would they film this for a fucking Nas Daily video that gets 50,000 views, right?
Prevention.
His company protects governments, banks, and businesses from being hacked.
That's like the opposite of what you want. You don't want them to be protected.
And he is building the next open AI.
That's horrible.
My company is called AI21.
Yeah, that's what we need. Another fucking AI company just to get bought out by Google in 5 years.
And we build AI models for the enterprise.
For the enterprise? What does that mean?
These aren't silly companies.
Yes, they are. All of them are either repressive or useless.
Each one is making the world safer, better, and richer. And hundreds of millions of people use their products every day.
It's crazy. Like, you go looking for like a good Israeli startup, and it's like a surveillance company. a shitty map company that got bought out by Google for only $1 billion before it amounted to anything, and another useless AI startup that's just going to end up getting gobbled up eventually or go under, as OpenAI is probably going to in the next few years, because OpenAI sucks at this point. They've fallen so behind. Like, you go looking for a good startup in Israel, and it's all like this sort of garbage.
Hey, these are all startups in my small country
I guarantee you none of them are even remotely actually worth $1 billion. They're always overvalued.
of Israel, one of the hardest places in the world to live.
What? It's a country where you get, like, gross benefits for being Jewish, and it's the hardest place in the world to live? Holy.
There's a war every 2 years.
People are killed for your benefit every 2 years.
No oil, no gold, no natural resources.
Most countries have all of those disadvantages. Like, why would gold be a massive advantage?
People under pressure.
Pressure actually demands perfect teamwork.
And when you're
Listen to his voice!
Pressure actually demands perfect teamwork.
Okay, it's not AI. AI could not have done such a perfect, ridiculous Israeli Borat accent. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't believe it. That one's AI at least. Look at this guy's glasses. What's going on there?
And when you're under pressure, you only have one thing left.
Your brain.
Your brain.
This is why so many startups come out of Israel. They have not.
The reason why Israel has so many startups is because Israel is uniquely dedicated to oppression, to oppressing Palestinians. Hence, they come up with like new and more innovative ways to oppress people, which then get exported to other countries and make their lives worse as well via oppression. That's what happens.
Nothing else but their brain. So you end up with lots of unicorns, thousands of startups, and millions of tech people. So if there is one thing we can learn from this chart, it's that pressure creates unicorns.
It's that mass settler colonial oppression creates mechanisms to export that oppression to you. What's he got next for us?
In my country, it takes 3 minutes to get an ambulance, the fastest in the world.
Check out this AI-generated ambulance.
Let me show you how this system works. In many countries, when you call for help, you wait for an ambulance and a doctor. But ambulances are slow and doctors are busy. But in Israel, they don't just rely on doctors, they rely on volunteers. There are more than 30,000 trained volunteers, 10 times the paid staff. They are teachers.
It's not a good thing to have a bunch of unpaid volunteers providing free labor for crucial emergency services. I don't know how this is framed as a good thing. I mean, aside from the fact that, like, if you're Palestinian, not Jewish in Israel, you're not going to have a hospital in your neighborhood. You know, you're going to be given much lower priority for these services. But this is not a good thing. This is a fucking bad thing. It's like the firefighters in Argentina are all volunteers, and that's horrible. It's not good at all. They should be professional. If they're not, they're going to suck ass. You know, maybe this is why you guys suck so bad on October 7th. All of your fucking emergency personnel are volunteers.
Students, shopkeepers. This system is called Magen David Adom. It was designed to respond to terror attacks,
It's designed to oppress anti-colonial resistance,
natural disasters, and medical emergencies anywhere in the country. When you call for help, the National Emergency System uses GPS to find the closest
I've never heard of an emergency service using GPS
volunteer to you. If your neighbor is a volunteer, he comes running. If the shopkeeper is a volunteer, she comes running. And they don't just run, they ride this.
Whoa, what the fuck is that? They ride that?
It's an ambulance on a motorcycle. It has all the equipment of an ambulance, but it doesn't get
And then the next one is a normal motorcycle. So what exactly happened there with the AI?
stuck in traffic. It goes on the sidewalk. It goes
Wow, no one has ever thought of this before, dude. Nothing like this ever existed in
between cars. It goes where no car can go. It arrives in minutes to stop the bleeding. And then an ambulance takes you to the hospital. And the best part, the people. In this organization, politics do not exist.
He has to keep saying this because everyone knows it does. Guys, there's no politics in Israel. Israel is apolitical. Please, please, please. It's just all apolitical. You don't have a hospital or like efficient ambulance services in your village because you're Palestinian. You know, you're a Palestinian citizen of Israel. Politics don't exist. There's no politics at all. Let me see if I can see like an example of this being false. I'm sure I can. In 2011, Israel's ambulance service, the one that he's talking about here, had a policy of not attending emergencies for Bedouin citizens of Israel living in unrecognized villages. They would just like let them die if they called an ambulance, as noted right here on the website of the Legal Center for Arab Minority Rights in Israel, Adala. So it took me 2 seconds to find an example of this being false.
You see Jews saving Muslims, Muslims saving Jews.
No,
I'm a Muslim. I'm so proud to be part of an organization.
And I mean, the fact that like there's such a disproportionate amount of like Palestinian citizens of Israel who are nurses and such, Israel sees that as a problem they need to fix. They're trying to encourage Jews to like take up the medical professions more because they see it as like an existential threat that they have to rely so much on like foreign medical workers. Something that in other countries, you know, you don't really see. Like a lot of relatively well-off countries, you know, relatively like high GDP per capita countries rely on importing a lot of like foreign medical graduates, not just nurses, but mostly doctors as well. In Israel, like having someone who's an outsider as a doctor is seen as like a bad thing they need to fix.
That saves lives.
They wear the same vest. They ride the same
Oh my god, the AI is ludicrous.
bike and save the same humans. They prove that blood is the same color.
And yet, on the uniform of this apolitical organization, there is a Jewish Star of David alone. Clearly, it is not conceived of, even in its own branding, as being for everyone or by everyone.
No matter who you pray to and what your politics are. This happens every single minute.
The propaganda slop, like, I just can't imagine who would watch this and believe it. There's 200 comments. It's relatively low for a video on his channel because he has 14 million subscribers. Most of them are positive. He's talking about like how vegan replacement foods are supposedly great and positive in Israel. What's this one?
When you think of the Middle East, you think of war, conflict, and hatred. But today, I want to show you something different. Hope. It's a new type of school in Israel that mixes Jewish and Arab kids in the classroom.
Are you telling me you didn't have this before? Are you telling me you had segregated schools before until now? This is a new type of school for you. Like the USA did this in like, what was it, 1965? My friend Nas Daily, paid for by the Israeli government. Are you seriously framing this as a good thing? You must be fucking kidding me.
Instead of one teacher, they have two. One speaks Hebrew,
بوكر توف تلميذين والتلميذات.
another speaks Arabic.
صباح الخير يا أولاد يا حلوين.
And they learn together all day long. The school is called Hand in Hand, and it teaches.
It's one school. It's not even a new type of school. It's one school. It's one bilingual school. This is a normal thing in other countries. They have these everywhere. You know, if you're rich enough, you can go to a bilingual school. You can send your kid to some private bilingual school. In Israel, the fact that there's a school that teaches both Arabic and Hebrew and doesn't segregate the classroom is framed as a massive positive innovation. This is insane. This is a normal thing in every other country in the world. I absolutely can't believe this. Okay, so that's just my little assessment here of some of Nas Daily's new Daily Slop pro-Israel AI videos. They're very funny, they're very stupid. He's a very dumb person, but I mean, I feel like Israeli propaganda is falling behind the times because this shit is garbage. This shit is shit, and I just can't imagine this changing anyone's mind. This is like the sort of thing that is certainly for the already convinced, more so than anything else, you know? Who might this convince to see Israel more positively? Like your grandma who doesn't understand the difference between AI and reality yet, who's not going to do anything anyway? I just don't see how this is very effective or worth the money they're putting into it. And it's positive that they're this stupid that they keep producing such garbage propaganda.